Welcome, Scrappy friends. Tonight we have a very special Tuesday live. We have a Let's Taco About It. And if you are new to watching me and tuning in to my Tuesday night, and sometimes they're during midday, but my lives, then you might be wondering what this is because they don't happen every month. So I do a Let's Taco About It with one of our Scrappy friends in months that have 5 Tuesdays, because I have 4 things that I do in rotation: a project recipe, a tool time, a Techie Tuesday, and then a card class. And so months where there's 5, I add in, I have no idea why my glasses aren't on. I add in a Let's Taco About It. So my special guest is backstage waiting to hop on and share all of her whole Scrappy story. So in order to get entered in the drawing tonight, which there will be, you just need to comment on the live and like the feed. And you don't have to share, but if you want to share and make sure all your Scrappy friends tune in, then of course I appreciate that. Thank you, Faith, for doing that. And so that will happen at the end, and it isn't in the feed, so you do have to be present to win. So hang out. You're going to learn a lot tonight because Ginger is an amazing organizer. So she just fits right in to my whole last week, but more on that in a little bit. So Jumpstart January is this weekend. Raise your hand if that's the wrong hand. You can't see it. I'm off camera. Raise your hand if you are coming Friday and Saturday. Super excited to see everyone that's registered. If you're sick, if you come down with the flu, if you're wake up puking, whatever, then definitely just text me, call me. I do have a waiting list. I added another person to it today. And so, we'll be able to fill your spot for sure. I don't want anyone to be sick. Please don't get sick. But if you do, then it's all good. All right, so that's happening this weekend. And immediately after this, well, not immediately after, because we'll probably be done just a little before 8. Let's talk about it. So that will give me 5 minutes to get ready for Going Gone sale. And that is all retired and estate scrapbook supplies. So every single item is Creative Memories. These items are older. Most of them are new in package. Some of them are gently used. Some of them are just out of package, but they're complete. So I'll explain when I go through the items, what's what. And, everything's functioning. So it'll be good, but they're deeply discounted. Everything was donated. I don't keep 1 penny. This is all just a jump start on our Jumpstart. So this is a way maybe for people that aren't able to attend this weekend to help us raise some money for the local veterans. And just a quick explanation on how that works. So we do our crops at the VFW. So this money is going back to the VFW. We pay a rental and we do our food through them. So they, make money that way. But our January event, we do a fundraiser for the VFW, and it goes in their special fund that is to help veterans that have a need. So actually last January, all the money that we raised went into that fund, which had completely been depleted because of them helping veterans who have been affected by the hurricanes in the fall. So they were so thankful to have that influx of money in January to just, replace all the money that had gone out to veterans. So that's where our money goes. It doesn't go to the general fund of the VFW. It goes into the special fund to help veterans that have a need. Maybe they need help paying a bill. Maybe they need a new roof because of a hurricane or whatever. That's what this goes to. So just wanted to explain all that. It doesn't go to any one specific charity. It goes to our local VFW, and they have a fund to help our local veterans. Okay. And I did post today, if you're attending and you have a veteran in your home that would like to come have lunch with us, we would love for them to do that. I've heard from a couple of our scrappy ladies whose husbands will attend. And so they won't be alone if they're thinking about not coming. You definitely have them come. And that sons, daughters, whatever. And they don't necessarily have to be residing in your home, but if they're local and they'd like to join us, we'd love to give them tacos. All right, so the virtual crop, this is the last night of the virtual crop. I totally, after Friday and all those videos, I think I announced it during that, but I totally forgot to post. Then I saw Katie post in the virtual crop, and that just jarred my memory. I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't post. So I posted that today on Facebook. So check that out. If you're part of the virtual crop, you still have tonight till midnight to make a page and throw it up there. So while you're listening to Ginger, maybe make a page. This special expires tonight. So this is all in conjunction with the videos I did on Friday on getting organized. So if you spend $100, you'll get a free small flex pod from me. If you spend $200, you get 2 free flex pods or the new Power Simple Pockets. And you get to choose, if you hit the 200, you'll get to choose. So your order has to be placed on my website or with me directly by midnight tonight, okay, for it to count on that. And that's the retail amount before tax and shipping. And your order does need to include at least one organizational item, just because that's what the focus is for this one. So if you still are thinking about an order, if you need something, then go ahead and grab that. Yes, and thanks for everyone saying hello. Hi and hello. You'll see them in the chat. That is how they are getting entered to win. I know they're just being friendly. They're not saying hello to get entered. But that is how you get entered. So make sure you say hi. And hello, everyone. And hello to everyone that's watching after. Maybe you're watching later. You're watching the replay. Hello to you too. I'm sorry you weren't entered to win. But we're glad you're here. Oh, good. Karen's here. I'm so glad you're here. Ginger, you're backstage. Did you text Melissa? Text Melissa, tell her to get let's get all the scrappy peeps in here. All right, so I do have a God Moments book study starting next Monday. It goes for 10 consecutive Mondays. It goes from 7 to 8. And if you haven't read this book or done this book study with me before, you definitely want to do that. It'll change the way you look at your life for sure. And I have 5 more spots. And if you've done it before with me, you can do it again at a discounted rate because you won't need the book or the workbook. You already have those. So I've got room for 5 more. So hopefully we will fill up that class. All right. Techie Tuesday, next Tuesday is at noon. So make sure you tune in for that. Another artisan design along. These are the cards we'll be making in January. They are super fun and bright. They're reds and pinks, but they're not, Valentine's. They're just great. It's Creative Memories papers and embellishments, and they're super fun. Okay, Memory Maniacs Retreat coming up quick, a couple weeks away. I did have 2 cancellations recently, so if you're ready to pay in full, we could squeeze you on in. This week is the last week where we'll take registrations. Shirts have to be ordered and whatnot. So decide now. And then I've got the project recipe all set for February. And then, of course, if you are interested in going to a retreat with the Memory Maniacs, our group, we have Lakeland in June, Brevard, North Carolina in July, and then that goes right into Helen, Georgia in July. So you can, if you've got the whole week, you can start in Brevard and then transition on Thursday to Helen and stay the weekend. So those are going to be back to back, and they're going to be super fun. Many thanks to those of you that have subscribed on my YouTube channel. And then don't forget to say hello. Okay, Debbie. Say hello in the chat so you are entered to win $10 in CM credits. All right. Well, now it is time for me to introduce our guest tonight for Let's Taco About It. Ginger, well, I don't want to give too much away, but you know Ginger. She has been she was a Creative Memories advisor eons ago. And so this is a picture of us at a convention. And I'll bring her on here before. Hi, Ginger.
Hi.
So I'm going to flip through these pictures in here. So this is us having fun at a Creative Memories convention in 2005. You became a consultant. That's what we were called back then in 2003. So I know I have a picture from 2003, likely at Christy Braun's house. But Ginger was just telling me before when we were getting dialed in that she was going through all her pictures of memorabilia from when she was a Creative Memories consultant. Did you find a picture like at Christie's, some sort of meeting?
Not at Christie's, but there was a like a consultant workshop
in Orlando.
Yeah.
I found one of that. I have so many pictures of us. Yes, Karen, I know, that's so great. So yeah, Ginger and I have known each other for 20 years. And it's funny because well, wait, so this is when, and Ginger's wearing this shirt right now. I told her, oh, it's part of my slideshow. In 2008, she got invited to be on stage at the Creative Memories convention in Minneapolis to dance. Was that scary, Ginger?
That not really. That was a time in my life I was like, I go for everything. You invite me, I'm there. So I was pretty excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I love these two pictures. And we were pumped because we were in the audience and we were like, we know her. Here's a 2012 Minneapolis convention. I had to zoom in on this. This is like an energy shot. Because
is that a mimosa?
or champagne or something. Prosecco. I don't know. I remember we were on Fort Street Mall. I remember that restaurant. Fort Street Mall. I just went to Hawaii. Nicollet Mall. In my brain, I just went to Hawaii. And then, of course, this is 2018 when we did our Cancer Sucks lemon challenge. And then, here's some border makers from Emma Open House.
Open House, yeah.
Yep. And then you and Melissa at Jumpstart January last year. That was fun. And then your first retreat.
I love that one.
It's so crazy because I've known you for so long, this was my 60th retreat, and Ginger finally made it on a retreat. Even though we've retreated to Minneapolis many times.
Not the same.
Yeah. It wasn't the same, but we had lots of good fun there. So those were fun pictures. So it's amazing. I've been doing this so long that there's so many of our scrappy friends that I've known for 20 years. And it's crazy. But we've lived a lot of life together.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Ginger and I also talked about this a little bit before. Her finger is bare right now, but it should have a little sparkly thing on it because John proposed to her. When? On Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve.
At where?
Oh, we were at dinner for his birthday at Portofino's on Beachside.
Awesome. So, kitties. typing. So that's super exciting for you. And we love John. So that's awesome. We approve. Your scrappy friends approve. Not that you need our approval. Um all right. So let's talk about some scrapbooking here. When did you first start scrapbooking? Was it something that you always did, like as a child, a middle schooler, a high schooler?
Well, kind of. My mom had introduced me to scrapbooking when I was little, and she bought me that giant construction paper 3-ring binder page thing that was just, and I did put stuff in it, but I mean, definitely wasn't the kind of scrapbooking we do now. And I still have it, um, with my macaroni paintings and different things from like kindergarten and my John Schneider fan club stuff because I loved Dukes of Hazzard. And so then long time between, I mean, I was always a saver. I mean, I think I've saved every single Christmas card, birthday card I've ever gotten. And but when I was invited to my first Creative Memories party, I guess it's a party, they told me bring 7 to 8 pictures. I mean, this is literally right after I had gotten married the first time in 1997.
So
97.
was that before Strip and Triangle Day, or was
Nope,
that Strip and
it was
Triangle?
Strip and Triangle Day.
Okay.
And then they told me about, they're like, okay, well, cut your pictures. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm not comfortable cutting my pictures. What are you talking about? Because it wasn't digital age. You had negatives and you brought them to the thing. If you wanted a duplicate, you had to bring them back to the store, the negative, and say, I want a duplicate of number 6. And
Yeah, it's a
so,
process.
well, I cut them. I still have that page, but I did
As a
reproduce.
cautionary tale.
Yeah, I reproduced all those pictures and redid the page because it was like, I now like the background. And I know you guys can see my crazy background behind me, but I would never cut that out because that to me is part of the memory. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was my first experience in 97 and it freaked me out. So then when my aunt became a consultant, I had a show for her. And that's when, um, I bought the whole kit and I was going to do my wedding album and everything. And then poof, I moved to Florida. So it just, that got put away for a while. And, but I eventually was looking through, the reason I moved to Florida was because my father-in-law passed away. And my mother-in-law had passed away before I even married that guy. So there was a box of just loose photos because there was 4 children, including my husband at the time. It was just a whole big box of photos. And I'm like, these kids, the youngest ones, don't even know their mom. And I'm like, I got to put these pictures somewhere. I got to get them done. And I started adding it up, what it was going to cost with Creative Memory stuff. And I was like, oh my God, that's going to be expensive. So I called my aunt and I signed up as a consultant on Valentine's Day 2003 just to get the stuff at discount.
Yeah. Well, that's how most people's consultant stories begin, their origin stories. Mine too. I mean, when I signed up, April was 1. And so I was like, I've got a 1-year-old. I need to get this stuff at discount to make. So, yep. And Kim Hain said, yep. So there's probably several watching right now that are like, yep.
Yeah. I started on my own stuff, and because within 2, well, not even 2 years, me and that guy we were divorced. I never even dipped into that box of pictures, unfortunately.
Wow. So
But
yes.
I met all of you guys.
Yes, you got us. Yes, that's awesome. And yeah, so Ginger started coming to consultant meetings, and So that's how Ginger and I met, because we weren't in the same Creative Memories team. She was what they call a remote, and so but we adapted her, and so she's always been one of the sisters. Um, all right, so you were scrapbooking as a wee thing back when the Dukes of Hazzard were on. All right. Do you have a favorite scrapbook? Is there one that's maybe it's that one? Maybe it's the one with the macaronis. But is there a favorite one?
Um, because I was a consultant for for 10 years, and I didn't work on my own stuff enough. Um, the first Creative Memories album I did was just of my pets. And so I wasn't doing chronological. I mean, the pets were chronological. I got 2 years worth of my pets in that book. I do love that book, but other than that, because the ex-husband's in there too, I think my favorite album hasn't been done yet. It, I did a really tiny one of my 40th birthday. That one I loved, and then the cruise with my mom, because I did duplicate books, which is
Uh-huh.
so easy when you're just duplicating. You know, I
Yeah,
just pulled out one of those power palettes and scrimped and made two identical books. And
that's
so
awesome.
I loved that one too. But yeah, uh, I have lots of new memories to make. I mean, kind
Yeah.
of, sort of. I mean, John and I have been together for 11 years now.
Yep.
So I should have already been doing that.
But you have a very like organized. So one of the things I usually tell people is if they're really far behind, like start with something current. And you've done like you did like the cruise with your mom and stuff. But you're very analytical brain. Well, I should say, how do you spend your day?
Oh, uh, yeah. So I work full time at Chase Bank as a banker. So Monday through Friday is normally dead. I'm off this week. Um, but I work and then make dinner and then do some chores and then I relax and, you know, do it all over again. So it's not a lot of me time. But um, this year, I decided, I saw a post somewhere on one of the Creative Memory. I don't know if it was the official site or something else, but I saw somebody who said that she scrapbooked um, every day in 2023.
Yeah.
Now, she was also saying how many pages she made, how many books she made. And I'm like, I just want to I just do something in scrapbooking, like whether it's actually scrapbooking or getting my pictures together or something. And so I've been doing that this year uh, to my best of my ability. But even on work nights, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Well,
So yeah.
that's great. And you've gone back. I know like the pages you're working on, you were scanning old pictures, scrapbooking old pictures, because on the retreat last year at St. Simon's, you did a ton of pages.
Mhm.
But what year was that? Because you're like going in order.
Uh,
I feel like it was the late 80s, early 90s.
no, I think because I remember I was excited that I finished a whole year while I was there.
Yeah.
So I think I did 2001.
Oh, okay. So it was later than I thought.
Um, yeah, because I just finished 2002 and I have 2003 ready to scrapbook. This is 2004 right here.
That's what you're
Yeah,
that's what
so
you're bringing this weekend.
I'm bringing 2003, but this is 2004 and
Oh, that's one of the big power sort boxes,
yeah,
ladies.
those it's amazing. I have two of them.
Well, this is how you're so organized. So like Ginger had like when she was a consultant, like, and still, like, everything is labeled. I said to her, I'm going to ask her what her favorite label maker is. She's got everything labeled, all the paper, the color names. Like, y'all ask me what color a red is, I'm like, I don't know, it's red. It's the pink red. It's not the cranberry, it's the other one. But like she like has had everything labeled, and so she still does. And you might have seen her, at a crop wheeling in all of her stuff in, and she commented on the organization, are you talking about me? And I wasn't. You're not the only one. But what's funny is Ginger ordered some of the new stuff, but there wasn't any organizational things on them because she's already organized. So she doesn't need any of that. She is organized already.
So my label maker, it's an old version, but it's the Brother P Touch.
Okay.
Now it's more of a flat looking like a calculator, but it's the same thing. Yeah, but yeah, this one year my mom got me that for Christmas, long time ago, and I love it. I label my food containers in the kitchen, my files in my file cabinet, but yeah, my scrapbook stuff, so that so back in the day, a pack of paper, and then it would have different colors, but I also needed to know what pack it came in case one of my customers were like, well, I like that color, what pack am I going to buy? And I'm like, yeah, it's the shades of red pack.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's so awesome. So your power, do you power layout your pages, or you just come with a power sort box or with a group of pictures that you want? How do you make a page? What's your process?
So that's
Your pictures are sorted, they're organized, they're in a power sort box. Right?
Yes. So the pictures, have been sorted and labeled because I'm still working in negative land. So they're not dated or anything digitally. And they're marked with the dividers. So the dividers, you can write in pencil on them what they are. And then when you're done with it, you can erase it off and reuse it for the next event or pack of pictures. But I tried power layout once, and because one of our consultant crops or consultant conferences or something, they said there's going to be a prize for the person who does the most pages. I'm like, I'm going to try my hardest. And so I power laid out, but by the time I had it all done, laid out, I'm like, I only need a couple pieces of sticky tape on there, and I'm done with the page. So yeah. So when I go to a crop, I haven't been power laying out ahead of time because, like I said, if I'm doing it at home, I might as well just put some stickers on it and just put it on the page. So I just bring the pages. I bring the like if I'm going to be working on the second half of the year, I'll bring my fall, Halloween, and Christmas pack along with my pictures and memorabilia.
All right. So you have your stickers and embellishments organized by season?
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of it is season, and then the ones that, of course, aren't related to a season, they're just marked with the actual what it is. So if it's like
kaleidoscope.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, I have a label on the outside of the pack, the box or the pod or whatever. I think these were pods back in the day. It is, it's got shine, it's got divine, it's got reflections. And so I don't have to go digging in the box. I just look at the label on the side.
Okay. That's a great tip too. I thought about doing that with some of my punches, but then I'd have to go look up all the names. See, you put the names and things on them right when you get them. I'm like, oh boy, this takes some research. This is a whole project.
Actually, the punches I didn't do that with. The single punches, I took them all out of the box. But the border punches, I left them in the box. But there's
they are nice to stack that way
Yeah.
in bins. But I mean, I don't keep them that way, but so they can like, you know, slide around and they're a little slippery that way. But
there were some good ideas that I haven't done yet with the punches and the border makers, like, you know, making a sample and labeling it and putting it in like a little reference binder or something like that. Just haven't taken the time to do it, but
yeah, and I just do one punch.
yeah,
And then it's taped in the bottom
yeah,
because, you know, I just need to know which one of my little
it's
friends is
missing.
missing. I don't know who to send an alarm for. Where is my little friend?
I know on I think it's the CM Virtual or one of the CM Facebook pages, they have a list of every single punch, what the name is. So I know where to find it.
I did make a Google Drive doc because for a while, I mean, I have so many punches, I would email to everyone before a retreat and say, and it had a picture next to it and the name, and I would say, select on the ones you want me to bring. Because I've, you know, based on what your projects are, just so that I'm not guessing. Like, I feel like when I'm packing for a retreat, I'm like, well, let me bring one beachy one and one, you know, fall one. And, you know, because I can't bring all, I don't even know how many I have of the big punches. But yeah, they get heavy. So anyone watching, if you're coming to Jumpstart this weekend, if you have a request, let it be known, or you're just gonna get whatever I feel like bringing.
Yeah, I haven't been bringing all my punches to the crops, because if I find a page and I'm like, oh, well, I know I have this punch at home and you didn't bring it, I just flag that page and move on.
Yeah, the little sticky notes. Everyone should have a little sticky pad so that you can make notes.
And if you don't, I have like 5.
Oh, I just cleaned my office. I have like a stack like this. I'm like, I need no more Post-it notes.
This is what usually comes with me.
All right, so see Ginger. And if you don't know what to do with that on a border maker, let me know. I've had to borrow. I probably borrowed them from you when I have to show how to use a small piece of paper in the border maker system. You can do that with a little Christmas punches, Debbie says. Okay, Debbie, I'll bring Christmas punches. And I always bring my border maker punches, my little friends. So there's lots in there too. Does anyone have any questions for Ginger about organizing or labeling? So you're working on 2004 this weekend, you said?
3.
2003. All right.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so if you have any pictures of me from
2003. Okay, I'll look, because I got a digital camera, I think in 2004. So that's kind of where my things start in Historian, is 2004. But, and like now, if anyone's watched my, you know, organizing with Historian every month, and that's why I post like Hip Hip Hooray Backup Day on the first of every month on Facebook, because that's when I organize them. So everything now is organized. And then, but when I was going back and looking for them, I did have a category for home office events, Creative Memories home office events. So that's where I could find them. But I'll let you, if I find any 2003s, I'll let you know. Oh, Kim wants to know where you get your photos printed.
Well, I haven't printed photos in a while.
Yeah, because she's working on 2003.
So just a note, from Negatives, is it Speedway Photo? I think it's Speedway Photo, and they're not on the Speedway anymore. They're in
Beach Street.
No, they're in Holly Hill now. I think it's
okay.
Is it US one? Nova? You know what? I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
And but yeah, they can still print from Negatives.
Oh, Kim said US one.
Okay. yeah, they can still print from negatives or reprint a negative, and they do a great job. Yeah, it's a lot more expensive than it was back in the day. So, as I'm pulling out these packs, I go through and I see if I'm missing a picture, because I used to give them to people. It's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is you. Literally, take this picture. Um, and so, but it was funny when I started this project. I started with 1990. That was the first year that I started dating my now ex-husband, and I used to use disc film. It was a circle, and by the time I needed to get reprints, there was nobody local. So the guy over at Speedway Photo told me that there's one place in Nebraska that I could send these to and they can reprint. And I did, and I got them back and they were great. And now I'm done with it.
Well, and I have a little device to convert negatives to digital. And I know Rosie's borrowed it at a crop. So you can also convert it to digital and then upload it and print it wherever.
True.
So using a little device like that. So if you need to do any in the future, Ginger,
I'm actually done because
you did all your slide,
well, I don't know. I can't remember when I got a digital
if
camera.
you come across
yeah,
one.
that would
So
be good.
yeah, because I can do negatives or slides, and do them, or you can add a crop if you need to use it.
Okay.
And do it. Yeah, Kim, because it goes into a kind of like when you would do like a slideshow at home. Of course, that looked grainy because it was on a screen, but in it just is a little machine, and you put the slide in, and you literally press a button, and it puts it on an SD card, turns it into a JPEG, and it's just a matter of shining light through it, and yeah. So Rosie did it. My mom has used my little device, so it's super, yeah, easy. My mom has a whole big power sort box like that of all the negatives, and she's coming for this weekend. And so I was thinking, oh, I should have brought that at Thanksgiving, because that would have kept her busy. She kept saying, oh, I've got enough to do. And I said, but do you? You've got Jumpstart, that's 2 days. You got St. Simon's, that's 5 days. You need like a week's worth of scrapbooking. I mean, you can get a lot done. You finished a whole year and all that. So yeah, Kim, I can send you a link to the one I got. It's very nice. Does anyone else have any questions for Ginger? You'll also, if you're attending Jumpstart, you can you can see her organization skills at work in person, or borrow a Post-it. Oh, because she's got them. All righty. Well, I guess that's it. Is there anything else you wanted to share us? Any wisdom to impart?
Oh, for me?
Yeah. Scrappy wisdom.
I think I mean, it's only been a couple weeks this year, but it sure has felt good working on it, even if it's just a little bit. Almost every day I've had a couple things happen this year already that I couldn't work on it, but made up for it on other days, because it does kind of suck being 20 years behind, and I haven't even scrapbooked anything with my soon-to-be husband. So
after 2003 is done, do you think you might jump ahead a little, or no?
No, I have a commitment.
Your brain
I have a commitment that I made, and most of you are going to say, who cares, but it when I make a commitment, I stick to it, and I am going to finish the years that I was with my ex-husband, because I took all the pictures, all the negatives, and I said, I'm going to make sure that you get them. And I know it's been a really, really long time. I've been giving it to him here and there as I finish it, but probably within less than a month, he's going to get the rest of it, because it's only until like half of 2005, and then it's done. And
Well, good.
yeah, and all I have to do is organize and scan the pictures, and then I'm done.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Then I
Yes.
might jump ahead.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, you might want to, when the wedding happens.
Yeah, yeah. His daughter got married in September, and I had her send me all her pictures. And I said, I can't commit to when I'm actually going to get this done,
Yes.
but there will probably be a book. Like, probably, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on here tonight and to share your scrappy process with everyone. Like Nancy said, it's great to hear new ideas. It's also great, you've given someone comfort. There are other people 20 years behind, Ginger. And when you're that behind, I mean, listen, I'm scrapbooking. What am I scrapbooking? 2013, 14. I'm behind too. Because I run all these events, 60 retreats, but I don't, scrapbook at them.
I remember back in the day, you would say, come join me, I'm scrapbooking. And you would kind of organize it. You say, whoever wants to come and sit while I'm scrapbooking tonight or whatever. It was planned though. So I was like, those were good.
Yeah. Oh, Kim's 42 years. Yes. Oh, well, there you go. But see, that's so funny. You can see different personalities. Brandy's like, I just bounce around. Her personality is like, she just does. Oh, we'll see, Frida. Don't feel bad because you haven't finished 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm slogging through, but I do take detours to do some special projects.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm still working chronologically, but sometimes you just got to pause and, do something that's exciting. Like I'm working on my Ireland book from this year. So while also, working on the backlog.
Well, one thing that I was struggling with a decision after I get done with my little commitment. My mom is older and she's losing her eyesight. And there's a bunch of pictures from a long time ago, even before I was even here. And I just kind of want her to be able to see them and tell me about them. And so I'm thinking that I might go, instead of jumping forward so much to the John era, I might jump back to my beginning of time, because it's like, I don't want to lose that opportunity with her.
Yeah.
So, mm-hmm.
Well, make an audio file, take a video, even if you're not videoing her, if it's just going so that you can get her, her words in there too while she's describing. If you take a video with your camera, like show the picture and then you can just set it down and let her talk, so that you've got her actually telling the story, but then that way you don't have to be there with your steno pad.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, those are awesome. Those are great goals. And everyone, you just one page at a time. I did Creative Memories posted this. I printed out one. I'm going to bring some. Excuse my head. It's on the back side of my computer. I'm going to bring some to the crop this weekend. So it's a page a day for 2024. And so it's got like the word January and it's split up into 31 little pieces. And so you don't necessarily have to do a page a day, although it does say a page a day. So the goal is to do 365. And so if on a retreat you do, you do 10 of them, then just go ahead and color in 10 and just see, how far you can get. So I'll have these, I'm going to print out a bunch. I have a bunch printed out already. So if that's something that, people want to work toward, sometimes it's nice just to see the visual progress.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually put in my day planner, my weekly goal is to do 10 pages a week. and they might not necessarily all be mine, because I do books for other people, for clients, and I'm not taking any more clients. So in the chat, people are like, oh, what? But I'm counting that, because I really don't keep track of how many, pages I haven't ever. And even though it's not progress in my own books, I just kind of wanted to know, like, how many pages am I making a year?
I use my day planner too this year. And so if I scrapbook that day, I write the S. And if I made pages, I write how many pages.
Nice.
And so I definitely want that to color on too. I like coloring.
Yeah, who wants a coloring sheet? You can use all your pretty CM pens. That's another thing that Ginger collects. She must have all the pens. If a new color's out, she's like, is that a new color? I need that pen.
Yeah.
So that's good. We all have our things. Yes, Rosie, I will bring some to St. Simon's. Alrighty. Well, let's do our drawing. Unless anyone, if you can still you can still ask Ginger questions while I do our drawing. And I haven't reminded anyone recently, but it's not too late. If you want to, if you say hi in the chat, you'll be entered. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, Jacqueline. Hi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, Kelly still has the old CM pens. A lot of my old original, like 24-year-old pens still work. It's amazing.
Yeah, but I have one purple one that dried up, and so that scared me, and so that's why I'm like, I want new pens too.
That scared me.
But they're 20-something years old pens.
I know. It's like, how long do we expect pens to last? And it's weird that some last and some don't, but I mostly just use black. So I've given up on the goal of owning every color that CM ever had. I've given up that goal. But I love that you have that goal. All right. Because you never know when you're going to need a certain color of pen. All right, let's see who our lucky winner is tonight for some CM credits. And hopefully they're in. Oh, so Kelly, yeah, her purple. Must have been a purple thing. Kim, congratulations, Kim. You just commented, so you must still be on. Oh, is it like you put water in it, Faith? I've tried that too.
Did I see Karen Lopez's name come up?
Yeah, she's on.
So she's in. I have a picture of her and her scrappy friends who came to my very first National Scrapbook Day that I had in 2003, and I just scanned it.
Wow. Gosh, that's fun. So you, Ginger, you joined in March or February and had your first National Scrapbook Day that year.
Yeah. If you can kind of see behind me, the beach ball was the theme, and I still have the beach ball.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Underneath my Howdy Doody doll.
Your Howdy Doody doll. All right. Well, congratulations, Kim. I will get you those CM credits. I know you will enjoy spending them. And I guess that is all for Let's Taco About It. Thank you, everyone, for being on here. Thank you, Ginger, for sharing with us tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I appreciate you all tuning in. Now, come back. Everyone, go get a drink. Go potty. And then we will be back here in 10 minutes for the Going, Going, Gone sale. And all of the money from that goes to local veterans. So hopefully you'll be on, and everything is deeply discounted. So you're getting deals on all this, and I'll explain how it all works when we come back in 10 minutes. So thanks again, Ginger, and I'll see you Friday.
Yes.
And I hope I'll see many of you guys in the chat Friday too. So thanks everyone for being on. And until we see you again, stay scrappy. Bye.
Bye.